Yeah, so now I've started this coaching and developmental editing service. So for memoir specifically, or creative nonfiction specifically. So if you're having trouble with your memoir, either getting it off the ground or you have a full manuscript, I have services for you. If it's getting off the ground, I'd love to coach you through structure, through theme, through goals, through finding that golden thread to make the memoir something that people want to read. If you've already got a manuscript and you need someone to take a deep dive into that manuscript and develop it better for editors or publishers, I have services now for you to do that. I would love to work with you. You can find all these services at kasejohnston.com, or you can write me at kasejohnston@gmail.com. I'd love to work with any memoirs, any essays, any collections of essays. So go ahead and reach out.
Kase, go ahead and spell Johnston, because.
Oh, absolutely. It's KaseJohnston.com or JohnstunKase@gmail.com. Reach out with any questions. Thanks.
Awesome. All right, welcome everyone out to the upper deck of the Monarch Building. Actually, no, we are now in the, I don't even know what we call this alley right here. This alley doesn't even have a name. It's like the nameless alley. We're in the alley of the Monarch Building. We're playing live music, which I'm so thankful for, to have live music now during COVID. So the Monarch Building is home to artisans and creatives in the heart of Ogden's 9 Rails Arts District. And this is Van Sessions, where we play live music sets in a van and record them as a podcast. My name is R. Brandon Long. Alongside tonight, Kase Johnstun, host of the Literally podcast, doing something a little different. This is a mix-up here tonight, so this will be fun. Kase, how you doing?
Good. We're mashing it up.
Mashing it up. You can find all the Banyan Collective podcasts on iTunes and Spotify by simply searching the Banyan Collective. Today, Van Sessions is proud to partner with Ogden City Arts, Ogden Contemporary Arts, and Ogden's First Friday Art Stroll. Van Sessions podcasts are also on iTunes and Spotify, so search all those. I think that's all the introductions for this evening. So now on Van Sessions, this is the Snarlin Yarns.
Irater than thee, down in my little ditch full of chrysalis and bone. Down in my little ditch full of chrysalis lipstick, I reached for that fracture and I rubbed it all around. I reached for that fracture and I rubbed it all around. Where did the cartilage go? No, it's bone on bone. Friends and friends, enemies and stews. Sometimes it gets so icy that my knees won't do. I genuflect, I try to be a man, but then sometimes the crickets get in my teeth. They pray that I go zero. They pray that I go zero. Oh, Mr. Nero with your fiddle, hey, burn down your road. It's a giddy dance we do when we're singing. DWI, close your eyes, don't you know? DWI, close your eyes, don't you know? Do a little dance, yeah. I lost it all. I had a cat. That cat walked away, said, that's enough of that. I was feeding the cat ass from that old wood stew. That cat walked away, so would you. Now, men and women, hey, listen to me. Don't go to drinking like you oughtn't to be. Stay away from wheels when you've been on the shine. Lest your fat life go flat like mine. Lest your fat life go flat like mine. Flatlanders, flatline, flatlanders, flatline, singing. DWI, close your eyes, touch your nose, do a little dance. DWI, close your eyes, touch your nose, do a little dance. I called my baby, she said hello. I said, this is your honey. She said, vinegar'll do. I said, this is your honey bear. She said, ain't you an ocelot? I said, I ain't been dead down in a ditch in Africa. But next thing I knew, she told me to the Gerard. She said, go on to the Gerard. Hey, Gerard will do if you want to be a bone. Stirring down below that cricket song. Hey, the Gerard will do a joker card just fell out of your fart singing.
D-W-I, do a little dance called D-W-I, D-W-I. Close your eyes, touch your nose, do a little dance.
Good night, Samantha, that swan was always painted on. Good night to myself, khaki going down. Good night to myself, rust going red. Good night to myself, the tomato can't hold.
We'll build a little house in the woods one day, we'll fix it up nice. Cupboards and chairs, we'll have a little table, books to spare and dream till eternity. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till I'm back once more. I'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till I'm back once more. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till I'm back once more. I'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till I'm back once more. Ooh. We'll find a little pond as clear as glass, we'll sit on the shore, watch the deer, we'll swim till we tire and drink some beer. Dream till eternity. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till you're back once more. You'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till you're back once more. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till you're back once more. You'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till you're back once more. We'll have a few kids and a dog or two, we'll build them some rooms and a ladder too. We'll raise them upright till they find their wings. Dream till eternity. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till you're back once more. You'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till you're back once more. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till you're back once more. You'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till you're back once more.
Into the eggshells, and we'll make them whole again with that dewy tea. Sometimes the saliva will make in cement, and we'll press our hands into it. We're in Hollywood, my dear, and sometimes we might kick over that light beer until it splashes all over the lawn. Hey, that's a pond of light beer. Hey, that deer just took a sip. I know I saw it with my binocular eyes. And the next thing you know, them deer are a little beard. Hey, they look like brown paper sacks. Oh, they do. And now they're dancing and genuflecting and doing four-square games. I think they're playing with some dandelion.
We'll stay till we're old with a story or two. We'll sweep the floors and mend the shoes, stoke the fire and keep ourselves warm and dream till eternity. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till we're back once more. We'll keep it together this time for sure, going round and round till we're back once more. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till you're back once more. You'll keep it together together. This time for sure, going round and round till you're back once more. All it takes is a needle and thread going round and round till I'm back once more. I'll keep it together this time for sure and dream till eternity.
Yeah, Snarlin Yarns on
Thanks,
Band
y'all.
Sessions. So good, so good. Okay, so this month we're doing things a little differently. Kase Johnstun, the host of the Literally podcast, is here with us in the van, and he's going to dive into more of the literature side on the lyrics and of your music here this evening, which I thought was pretty cool. And one thing that Kase and I were just briefly talking about is that the world needs art right now more than any other time. So this is a great time for that. Kase, go ahead, introduce yourself. Who are you? And go ahead and ask some questions to the band.
All right, I'm Kase Johnstun. I'm the host of the Literally podcast. Today we're at the Monarch. That's awesome. I'm in the van this time instead of the camper. It's about the same. Brandon's sitting on one side, mine's sitting on the other. Yeah, so I thought this was a great idea because the band members, a lot of them are writers, artists, creators in different parts of their lives, outside of music and along with music. And so, I mean, I wanted to firstly ask, and if you don't know, the Snarlin Yarns are just, they're releasing their first album, right? And that's coming out.
That's right.
Right, yeah. So pick it up, find them on Instagram, find them on Facebook, buy the album, support local artists and musicians. My question is, tag teams with Brandon's. We're in the time of a pandemic. We're in the time of civil unrest. And as artists, as writers, as poets, as musicians, and you guys can tackle this any way you want to, how have you seen creation over the last 6-7 months? Has it been stifled? Has it been fluent? In what way has this last 6-7 months influenced your overall creation? Either be it poetry, writing, music, coming together to make art. You guys take it anywhere you want to.
Well, I think a river is going to find its way down the hill. And it kind of doesn't matter what the banks look like at the beginning, but I think that's sort of what art in the time of pandemic looks like.
Our album is called Break Your Heart, and I think it's pretty appropriate for this time because so many people have had their heart broken in one way or another during this time, and a lot of our songs are about, when things fall apart, but then they seem to resolve and find their way back together again. So we've had a few great reviews that have really said that our album is kind of a record for the times, and I like to use the phrase holding paradox, because I think we can all feel joy and pain at the same time, and I think that's this time for us, for a lot of people.
Well, the artist always hangs out at the peripheral chunk like the coyote might do, or the wolf, The prophets are always out there at the edge fixing to get knocked about. But I think it would take just a quick little wink at any of our Facebook pages to see how engaged we are in the kind of moment of unrest that we're within. And that comes out in our art for sure, too. William Blake said exuberance is beauty, and there's a lot of exuberance that kind of revolves around into a beautiful situation in our band. But absolutely, I mean, the dough only rises through the atmosphere that's around it, and this is a moment where we're all committed to the resistance, and also a moment where we feel that we can plug into some beauty. And through those ferocious and tender joys, knock this boulder up the hill.
I like that last part. Yeah.
Cool. I just have one more question, guys, before you guys play again, and that is like throughout history, historically, artists, musicians, writers have been the people documenting history through the eyes and the souls and the minds of the people that are living through it. Where do you belong? Where do artists belong during these times, and what is their responsibility?
Well, we do speak for all artists, so I'm glad you
Yes. Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was kidding.
Artists are the vanguard, as Cornel West said on your campus here at Weber State in Ogden, Utah, a year and a half ago. Artists are the vanguard. They're the ones who move the sand down the beach and spit it up in the eye of God, etc. So, I mean, I think the artist is just up to each one. I think you can't stomp on the toe of somebody who feels they're in the eye of the hurricane right now, and I think that we have to give kudos and deep elbow clap grace to those who are out in the bands of the hurricane right now. All the arms and eyes are trained on justice and trying to move this boulder up the hill, as I was saying earlier. And yeah, I mean, our music, it comes in, I hope, in the petri dish of the improv, and also I just think that yeah, I mean, we're all deeply committed to that movement and that change. So some of us are talking about going to wherever you stand on the aisle. I mean, some of us are talking about going to Wisconsin to do some canvassing here before we come around all those bands. But exuberance is beauty, and we shall proceed.
Sleeping at the rest stop, got the window rolled down a bit. Tiny feet on the windshield, lucky you didn't take a hit. But the future's far away from here, much further on down the road. And the car is filled with glamping gear that grows a different kind of mold when you're breathing in the black smoke and strung out on the road. Sleeping at the rest stop where the runaways roll. Uncle, he's a pawn shop and he's eyeing up all your gold. He might buy back your glamping gear, but he's gonna charge you for the mold. His ex-wives are hooked on paraffin and they're learning how to beg. They're dancing with their slot machines without any legs, and they're breathing in the black smoke and strung out on the road. Sleeping at the rest stop where the runaways roll. Breathing in the black smoke and strung out on the road. Sleeping at the rest stop where the runaways roll.
Inhale that road. Is that the dark night? Is that a licorice EpiPen? Licorice EpiPen. Inhale that road. Are you a lonesome little dog? You'll eat concrete if you have to. Inhale that licorice EpiPen and find the star within. Are you ice milk? Are your ribs frozen sea sand? Do you know what you'll do in the morning when those Bloody Marys start to fall over? Oh, did I knock that one? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. That was the last chance. To which your mouth, to which your mouth, to which your mouth, to which your mouth responds with yes, yes, when the dawn rises and the sparrows won't let themselves be free without a little song now, without a little song now, they say.
Past is catching up with us. How did we get right here? We already went and paid our dues with cigarettes and beer. But the world may end tomorrow, so we'll rent another fortress of booze. Surround ourselves with glass and cans. It's what Guthrie's ghost would do when we're breathing in the black smoke and strung out on the road. Sleeping at the rest stop where the runaways roll. Breathing in the black smoking, strung out on the road, sleeping at the rest stop where the runaways. They sing Del Shannon songs all night long. It's true, you can hear them. And they sound just like Sisyphus on syphilis or something. Ow!
All right, thank you.
Ah,
1, 2.
Snarlin Yarns.
No, we got questions.
No, you're good. Next
Oh,
song.
we go?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Indiana is a hard thing to do. Ogden, Utah, I scanned it on my little precious phone. You know, I only spend 17 hours a day on my little precious phone. Sometimes I'd like to swallow it and let it live in my home, in my bone, in my marrow, in my toe. People say, you got a radio tower in your toe. I said, that's a beep beep. I'm hoping never to untap. Don't you know I'm a maple tree full of little precious phones? But we got to Iowa, and I thought, find enough place to stay. Get up on the top of a corn plant and just hang. We can sit up here on the top and wait for the northern lights to shine. But she said, hey, there ain't no wood cake smeared out across the sky. I said, gotta go farther, I guess. Get up into Minnesota where the wolves. Gotta go farther, I guess, into the subarctic where it's melting. Hey, everything's so thick and it's so heavy and it's melting. But if we can get a little farther up, the northern lights might say. If we can get a little farther up, the northern lights might say.
Yeah, so good.
Thanks, y'all. We sure appreciate it.
That's so good.
I don't know, Brandon. I might be biased, but this is a lot more fun than my podcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do get to listen to live music and stuff. Hey, Jason, do me a favor. Bump your vocal next time you sing on lead or whatever.
Oh, sorry, a little down.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Yeah, bump your vocal just a little bit. Hanging out here at the Monarch with the Snarlin Yarns. They have a new album. Go follow them. It's making some noise. So, Snarlin, how long did it take you guys to record the album? And how many songs are on the album?
Well, there are 42 songs on the album.
42.
Am I wrong?
Yes, it's 2 years longer than you've been alive.
How many songs are there?
We got $10 on the record, 10 albums on one record. We got 10 songs on it. It took us about 49 hours to record. We broke up as a band 16 times, got back together 14 times, and that's the way it went.
How many drug rehab visits? That's what we want to know.
You know, we can't talk about that
You
publicly.
can't talk about that publicly. We have to wait for the behind-the-scenes version on that.
Yeah,
I guess.
behind the music, yeah.
Yeah. No, we are making a little sweet noise. I mean, we're on. We came in on the European Americana charts at number 23 the other day, so that's sweet. On the mend, on the ascend. Mara had something.
Oh, I just wanted to say when we recorded down in Mississippi, Water Valley, it was we came through a hurricane and torrential rains to do that with Matt Patton and Bronson too at Dialback Sound, and it was actually a pretty incredible experience to be there. Loved it.
So was the whole album recorded in Mississippi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
And then, how did that come to be? Because you're all from here, right? From Ogden. So where did Mississippi come into play?
Well, Matt Patton and the Drive-By Truckers, the Alabama guy, lived in Tuscaloosa for a real long time, and kind of when I first got down there in 2000 to Tuscaloosa, he was in a couple bands, a great band called Model Citizen, and perhaps even a greater band called the Dexatines, although they're both gorgeous rock groups. Anyway, just was an admirer of his music, and I think that tilted back and forth. I think he had some admiration for some of the poetry stuff, or I hope he made, I don't know, but anyway, he came to our poetry events. And anyway, we stayed in touch over the long span of time, and so it was a great coup for us to get down there and be with him as he's ascended in his career, and to believe in our work has been a real magical thing for us. And he's put his neck out there around every other day, probably every other minute. Every day he's Googling this and that and querying this and that. So we've been real fortunate to work with Matt Patton and Bronson Tube, who produced it back when we were there. So.
Congratulations on the new album. Here tonight, there are two new members who were not here last time. Go and introduce the two new members.
Well, I wanted to talk about that because our strands have grown the mightier. The nest is firmer, and the sound is so much more a water bed on a trampoline. Yeah, let's hear from these people. Mr. Professor Dr. Ryan Ridge has a new book out called New Bad News on Saraband, and it's a tremendous book. Order it tonight. He's our new bass player. We're grateful to have him.
Good to be here.
This is Tommy. Would you like to introduce him, Mr.
Tommy
Professor
Dolph, my dear
Littlebird?
friend. We've known each other since Pizza Runner days here running around in Ogden. Yeah, he's an artist extraordinaire and just tearing it up on the ukulele. Go ahead and say hello to the nice folks, if you would, Tommy.
Howdy.
Tommy's got a beautiful little song here he wrote. You're going to love this. It really is a sweet one, unless we got more questions.
I just wanted to say we've got Reba Nissen as a guest kazooer tonight too. She's going to be joining us for Candy in another song here, so she's here as well.
That's awesome. Let's dive into the next set.
I'm lucky, lucky, rocket man. Climb my rocket to Mars. I'm a lucky, rocket man. Meet my gal from the stars. We'll have a few drinks and we'll watch the moon rise. I'll hold her so close and gaze into her three eyes. I'm a lucky, rocket man. Fly my rocket to Mars. plucky rocket man. I'm meeting my gal from the stars. We'll have a few drinks and we'll watch the moon rise. My home is so close, I'm gazing into her 3 eyes. I'm a lucky rocket man. Meeting my baby on Mars. Thank you.
Tommy Dolph and Mayor Brown there.
Hot damn.
I got a new guitar out here, folks. That changes things.
Nice work, sir.
All right.
Elbows all around.
Do we have anything? I probably got a dead battery. Close?
I think it was mine. Okay, we're good. Thank y'all for hanging out.
Yeah.
Happy Friday on Planet. Planet what? Planet Red Air. Planet Jan's cool outfit. Matchsticks for shoes.
Ooh.
Sheets up on the windows, those neon lights just fine. Laughter on the sidewalk, give me one more dime. I'm feeling out for winter, the fireweed's almost gone. Key West, Tulum, New Orleans, which way will I roll this time? Oh, candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days, Helltown will rise again. Oh,
Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days, Helltown will rise again.
soap operas, book and beach days, those northern lights still glow. Leather sandals by the doorway, button jeans just stole the show. I'm feeling out for winter, the fireweed's almost gone. Key West, Tulum, New Orleans, which way will I roll this time? Oh, candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days, Helltown will rise again.
Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days, Helltown will rise again, yeah.
There's a carny at the back room, her easel's by the shore. Her blues and grays are epic, blonde hair, pool table lore. I'm feeling out for winter, the fireweed's almost gone. Key West, Tulum, New Orleans, which way will I roll this time? Oh, candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days, Helltown will rise again.
Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days, Helltown will rise again. Here we go.
For winter, I got a nimble bones on the run. Sometimes the fox will run right through the ditches in the sun. When a fox gets down there harder than horseradish on your tongue, what will come of us, oh, and our nimble bones? Sometimes I think Lazarus might rise again, oh, but then I watch the birches wave. Can't you see that drifting skin coming off the birch's limb? if I ever do understand that every second's another sand dollar, then it's gonna be slushes and nicks and wax and patties all the way to tomorrow. And if tomorrow won't holler right like a sparrow on the wire, then you and I should kick the footlights and burst out through Boise town. Sing him.
Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days. Helltown will rise again. Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days. Helltown will rise again. All right.
There's a heat wave in Milwaukee. Let's flee to Chippewa Falls. We'll buy a Winnebago, get lost till the boss man calls. I'm feeling out for a winter. The fireweed's almost gone. Key West, Tulum, New Orleans. Which way will I roll this time? One more time.
Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days. Helltown will rise again. Candy, cigarettes, ashtrays, $10 for your time. We'll get through these mass days. Helltown will rise again. Yeah.
Mara Brown.
Reba Nissen, thanks for the kazoo in there.
Oh, Reba, thank y'all. Reba.
I feel like the kazoo was key in that, so
Yeah.
thank you, Reba.
Absolutely
Like
wonderful.
$2,000 an hour to play kazoo.
$2,000 an hour. My goodness.
No. We're 17.
Well,
Worth every penny.
I have to tell you this. One thing that song did for me is made me really miss the pizza runner. That was, no, I mean, this is great. This is so much fun. So in about 2 minutes, I kind of want you to like answer the chicken and egg question, you know, all of life and stuff. So tell me about the collaborative process and putting a song together and how that works for you all, from kind of, you know, the beginning of that creative spark to laying it down on the new record. You know, all of that.
Well, I'll start because people are doing a little what TanVan Zant called the Buffalo Shuffle around their microphone, but they'll be saying in a sec. I'll just say that we've got a water tower and a radio tower and an owl on helium called William Paulette, and he's been in bands for about 17,000 years, and so he's just this force that puts the spine up through your gelatinous body and lets you to stand in a song and takes you past your scarecrow times. And he really helps folks to kind of mold the clay into a person called a song. I think that's where it begins for a lot of it, and on to somebody else. The Buffalo Shuffle can only last so long.
Hey, William, I did lose your guitar. I don't know what happened to it.
One more time?
I lost your guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, well, I would say, I think that, you know, the Yarns is kind of like a musical friendship, and we all kind of just accidentally bumped into each other, some of us because we work together, some of us because we are community, out in the community, but, you know, we sat down and talked about the kinds of things that we liked, and, you know, we made a little fire of love in this weird, terrible, cold world, and so that's what I'm most proud of
And then we'll pull back.
being a part of, so.
I lost the guitar.
Yeah, and I just think my songs kind of originate from emotions and experiences, and I just kind of start with that and just kind of spin it out like yarn. So that's kind of how they evolve. So got a couple more for you.
Yeah. This is a song that fell on me. It just dropped right out of the sky. Carry my mom in a helicopter. Carry my mom in a helicopter. Take her far away. Gotta see the doctor. Carry my mom away. No ketamine, ma, in an ambulance. No ketamine, ma, it makes her a somnambulant. That special K.O. holds her in a trance. Oh, Lord, no ketamine, ma, today. Take her way up high into the clouds. Not the foreign lands wearing their shroud. Let her tap her toe when a little bird sings and carry her home on Hell's Angels' wings. Yeah, carry it now.
Don't let that sky adopt her. Don't let that sky adopt her. Don't let that sky adopt her. I heard a helicopter spread mustard all over. Don't let that sky adopt her with its seed. You know, sometimes the sky will be a seed. It'll want to wake the dirt in thee. Sometimes the sky will be a seed. Don't let that sky adopt her. Don't let that sky adopt her. Sometimes that helicopter will spread nothing but mustard seed. And if it gets down in the ditches of your heart now, how will you wade through that with a cow behind thee? With that donkey too? With that big old fat moon? Oh, that sunflower moon you've been trying to trail all day.
Don't bury my ma in a metal casket. Don't bury my ma in a metal casket. Just plant a tree, Lord, and she'll outlast it. Yeah, don't bury my ma away. Take her way up high into the clouds, not the foreign lands. Wearing death shroud, let her tap her toe. Her little bird sings and carry home on Hell's Angels' wings. Don't carry my ma in a helicopter. Carry my ma in a helicopter. Take her far away. Gotta see the doctor. Yeah, don't carry my ma. Oh, the way home. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
William Pollack.
Nice. So good. So
Thanks,
good.
y'all.
All right, you got one more? Or is this
Yeah,
it?
we got one
Last
more
one.
for
All
you.
right.
Uno
Nice.
más.
It's called Pharmacy Girl. And this one hit the U.S. Americana charts, which was pretty exciting too. So Jason Barrett Fox.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do a little shout out about that. Apple Music, for gosh dang sake, on their Americana page, put this song up. So on their feature playlist. So we're excited about that too.
Very exciting. All right. 1, 2.
Well, won't you close your eyes, won't you hold your smile? This is worth a while. We're on ways that you good little hand. On this good spot, I feel man. Happy you, I'm all in the good things inside and inside.
You are my inside, you're out my ill. Happy you now all you were growing good and sun.
I thought we could get a little dog together. RX, RX. We could call him Rex. We could call him Rex. I think the dog could be half night and day. In the day I walk around all dutiful like a farmer in his field. I got my ankle in a furrow and my heel up on a wheel. And it spins like a ramster hopes, a hamster ramster so. And sometimes at night though, I sometimes think of you. And when I do, I do. And when I don't. But there's a shallow pond where I keep throwing pipe hands in. That shallow pond's so thick with pipe hands, it sounds like a shingle might. It sounds like a shingle in an earthquake. That's what I think when I think of thee. When I think of thee. Rex is the dog, part night, part day. Can't you hear him right now saying, "Howl!"
Well, when I lay my hands on you, carrying this weight, you try my girl, baby, my way. Well, they join together, we'll stop and he said, and I'll pay this to your sister until you see me dead. Now that you
Yeah, so
Jason
good.
verifies. Thank y'all.
Snarlin Yarns on Fan Sessions. Please search and follow all things the Snarlin Yarns. Thanks everyone for coming out. Thank you to Kase Johnstun for co-hosting this version
Thank you,
of Fan
Kase.
Sessions. Yeah, please look for the Literally podcast on Apple Music and Spotify, or just search The Banyan Collective. Look for the upcoming podcast version of tonight's show by searching Van Sessions. Follow all things Van Sessions as well. Huge thanks to the Snarlin Yarns. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We
We're so
love
happy
you,
to be
folks.
here.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Monarch. Thank you, Van Sessions. Thank you, Banyan
Kase.
Collective.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Brandon.
Ogden City, all our friends. We love you.
Thank you, thank you. We'll be right back here at the Monarch for first Friday in October. We'll see you next month. Good night, everybody.